these aren't just military bases. These are the places where power is built, where soldiers are made, and where entire operations begin. Some of them train you, and others prepare you for war. Today, we're ranking the top 5 best U.S. military bases, and starting with number 5, Lackland Air Force Base. If you join the Air Force, this is where everything begins. Lackland Air Force Base isn't just another base. It's the gateway to the entire Air Force. Every single enlisted airman goes through this place. No exceptions. This is where civilians arrive, confused, nervous, and completely unprepared for what's coming next. And within just a few weeks, they're transformed. At Lackland, you go through basic military training, also known as BMT. And this isn't just physical training, it's mental. You learn discipline, structure, attention to detail, and most importantly, how to operate under pressure. Days start early, movements are fast, mistakes, they don't slide. Everything is inspected, your uniform, your bed, even how you stand. And while it might not be the most physically brutal base on this list, it's one of the most important, because this is where the mindset is built. Over 35,000 recruits every year pass through this base. That means thousands of future pilots, engineers, mechanics, and operators all start right here. So why is it ranked number 5? Because Lackland isn't about being the hardest, it's about being the foundation. Without this place, nothing else on this list would even be possible. Number 4, Nellis Air Force Base. Now this is where things get serious. Nellis Air Force Base isn't about learning the basics. It's about mastering combat. Located in the Nevada desert, this base is home to one of the most intense training programs in the world, Red Flag. And this isn't normal training. This is as close to real war as you can get without actually being in one. Pilots fly in large-scale simulated combat missions. They deal with enemy threats, complex scenarios, and split-second decisions that could mean life or death. Everything is designed to feel real. Because in real combat, you don't get a second chance. There's even a saying among pilots. If you can survive Red Flag, you can survive war. And that tells you everything you need to know. This base brings together some of the best pilots, aircraft, and technology in the world. Fighter jets flying at insane speeds, coordinated missions across air, ground, and electronic warfare. It's not just training, it's preparation at the highest level. So why is Nellis ranked above Lackland? Because this is where training turns into elite performance. This is where good pilots become great, and great pilots become unstoppable. And that was only numbers 5 and 4. But the next bases on this list, they don't just train people. They project power across the entire world. Stick around, because number 1 isn't just big, it's the most powerful military base on the planet. Number 3, Naval Air Station Pensacola. If you've ever seen fighter jets flying perfectly in formation, chances are it started here. Naval Air Station Pensacola is known as the cradle of naval aviation. And that name isn't just for show. This is where Navy pilots are trained from the ground up, from their very first time in a cockpit, to becoming some of the most skilled aviators in the world. Think about that. Before a pilot lands on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean, before they fly missions at high speeds, they come here. Training at Pensacola is intense. It's not just about flying, it's about precision, discipline, and control under pressure. Landing a jet is one thing. Landing it on a moving ship, that's a whole different level. and this base prepares them for exactly that. But what really makes Pensacola stand out is the fact that it's home to the Blue Angels. These are some of the most elite pilots in the entire Navy. Their performances might look smooth and effortless, but behind them is insane skill, timing, and years of training. Flying just inches apart at high speeds, one mistake could be catastrophic, and yet they make it look easy. That's the level of excellence this base produces. So why is Pensacola ranked number 3? Because this isn't just a base, it's where some of the best pilots in the world are created. Number 2, Fort Bragg, also known as Fort Liberty. Now we move from the skies to the ground. But not just any ground forces. We're talking about some of the most elite soldiers in the world. Fort Bragg, now known as Fort Liberty, is one of the largest and most important military bases in the United States. This is the home of airborne units and special forces. These are the soldiers who don't just fight. They deploy fast, operate in extreme conditions, and handle some of the most dangerous missions. At this base, paratroopers regularly jump out of planes from thousands of feet in the air, day or night, good weather or bad. Because in real operations, conditions aren't perfect, and they have to be ready for anything. But it doesn't stop there. Fort Bragg is also heavily connected to Special Operations Forces. These are highly trained units that go through some of the toughest selection and training in the military. We're talking about extreme endurance, mental strength, and precision. This isn't basic training. This is next level, the type of training that pushes people to their absolute limits. So why is Fort Bragg ranked number 2? Because this base represents elite ground power, speed, strength, precision, the ability to deploy anywhere in the world, at any time. We've covered training, we've covered elite pilots, we've covered special forces. But the number 1 base on this list, it doesn't just train or deploy, it dominates. Number 1, Naval Station Norfolk. This isn't just a military base. This is power on a global scale. Naval Station Norfolk is the largest naval base in the entire world. And when you see it, you understand why it's number 1. We're talking about a massive complex filled with dozens of warships, including some of the most advanced aircraft carriers on the planet. Each one of those carriers is basically a floating city, equipped with fighter jets, weapon systems, and thousands of personnel, ready to deploy anywhere at any time. This base alone supports over 70 ships and 100+ aircraft. Think about that. That's not just a base, that's an entire fleet. From here, the U.S. Navy can launch operations across the Atlantic, respond to global threats, and maintain presence in multiple regions at once. It's not just about size, it's about influence. Because when ships leave this base, they're not just traveling, they're projecting power. This is where logistics, strategy, and force all come together. And that's what makes Naval Station Norfolk different from everything else on this list. Other bases train soldiers, others prepare elite units, but this one helps control the oceans. And in military terms, control of the seas means control of everything connected to them. That's why it's number 1. So those were the top 5 best U.S. military bases. From the place where every airman begins, to the base that trains elite pilots, to the home of special forces, and finally, the most powerful naval base in the world. But now, I want to know, did I get this ranking right? Or did I completely miss one that should have been on the list? Drop your opinion in the comments, and if you want more videos like this, rankings, military facts, and real training content. Make sure you like and subscribe, because the next video might just be the one that surprises you the most.